Hey everyone, this is Nikachu, and I am here by myself. I don't know where my brother has won because he thought the whole thing was over. I thought the whole thing was over. We've one more match, and even though I am deep in the losers bracket, we're going to keep this. We are going to fight on... we're going to fight on... You do it for the spirit of the game. You know, I encourage people, even though that you're like horribly losing in your tournament, play on, get some experience with your deck. You never know, you might learn something more, and try to keep a positive attitude about it. Look at, we're up against Affinity, so we could get just absolutely murdered out of this turn, or we're going to learn something about Hercule's Recall. I chose Hercule's Recall for this turn because it was just a very powerful option. I think there's a lot of Affinity right now, and because I think Affinity is well positioned, I don't think it's going to get hated out, although this guy looks like he got pretty hated out. I mean, I might be the only player left. I might be one of the only players left just sort of playing on for fun, though. We have... I mean, if our Affinity opponent is really slow, this Master of Waves is going to be pretty good. But let's see what they can do with this turn right now. If they're going to be slow. It's a lot to ask for. There's a Vault Scourge. All it takes is like one Vault Scourge, Cranial Plating, and boom, like everything I said just goes to garbage. There's a Mirror Reacher, that's nice. Applying the pressure. If we had started with a Curse Catcher, this hand would be like just ideal. And now we have to hope for no Cranial Plating. It was too much to ask for, so can we at least survive another turn is another question. This is going to be for 7 damage. So it's not going to be lethal next turn. So maybe we have a chance. Well, the Curse Catcher helps a lot. It'll add like a little bit of extra devotion to the board. Maybe it will protect us against... Well, a little bit more devotion on the board, a little bit more power to attack with, what's it called? With Lord of Atlantis. It all adds up. Let's hope for not a second Cranial Plating. And let's hope for no Galvanic Blast as well. Could we die to Galvanic Blast? 7... No, not quite. We can block the Memnite on the ground. Opponent can get up to, at the moment, 21 life, but we can attack them for at least 21. So we've got that going for us. Spreading Seas on Inkmoth Nexus. Actually, if we get the option, we might want to play the Spreading Seas on the Glimmer Void. Okay, Master of Ethereum. I think these are good things to see. We might actually race this Affinity guy. Even though they have like the nut hand of... Well, I wouldn't say this, call this the nut hand, but they have a good... This is like the worst case scenario for us always, is the stupid Vault Scourge attached to a Cranial Plating. It's always the nightmare scenario. So 24. So they don't attack with Signal Pest. A Lord would be very good here. Or it would be ideal. So we'll just make the game actions that we aren't going to think about. So they can block Lord Token. This is 8. Are we short? So this Mutavolt's 5. Okay, well, whatever. Let's just attack with everything. Let the game figure it out. Let the game figure it out. We can't figure it out. It's a lot of power. So it might be enough. Let's see. Is it enough or not? Oh, 1 life short. Shoot. So close. So close. We needed that Lord. And of course we die here. Alright, concede. Okay, let's see if Hercule's Recall can do anything for us. Because this is definitely the reason I have it. So we're bringing the Hercule's Recalls, and we're also going to bring in Kira Great Glass Spinner. And we are going to take out Master of Waves, and we're going to take out Vendilion Click. And I believe actually I'm going to take out 1 Kira. Sorry, I don't need to have so many Kiras. And this is more or less a pretty ideal, like, 60 to have. We have got 2 removal spells, 4 bombs, got Smuggler's Copter, and pretty much everything. Like, I guess the only thing that could make this better is if this Kira was a Maregery. That could be a little bit better. Mulligan this hand. Yeah, I guess I'm going to keep this. This is a very awkward hand, though. Put that on top. And I'm basically hoping for running lands so that I can play Lords and Dismembers every single turn. Ornithopter, another Ornithopter. Mox Opal. Well, you have Metalcraft. Well, that's sort of nice. It's nice that we're going to be able to use this Dismember at end of turn. Using that mana efficiently. A lot of things could go bad here. Master of Ethereum. Fortunately not out of range of Dismember. So we're going to go to a 10. Oh, but we drew that land that we really needed. So we will Dismember the Master of Ethereum. That was the perfect land, too. There was no better land than that land. Now we have protection from Whip Flare. And we are presenting a 2-turn clock. Our opponent could easily, though, like, annihilate us with, like, any number of cards. Like, even Cranial Plating here is pretty good. As we can see. So there's how many artifacts on the board? There are 4. But our opponent will present lethal next turn because when they activate... Well, it doesn't matter. They can activate the Blink Moth Nexus right now. So I'm going to need a Hercule's Recall. A Hercule only... Oh, they should have activated their Blink Moth Nexus. Now, well, they still have the kill next turn if when they attack with Blink Moth Nexus, they'll attack for 6. We lose. Let's hope our opponent doesn't know how to attack with their creatures. Oh, they have Galvanic Blast. Well, there's like no point in playing it. You can just Galvanic Blast my face. Or you can win however you want to win. You can win however... Oh, you have Dispatch. Okay. Exile it. That's fine. When Kopala's here, you're not going to do that so easily. Not so easily. Yeah, so they activate this thing, attack for 6, and then we lose. So we were, like, really close to closing the game out in game 1, but we were just a little too far. I guess the real line that we should have taken was just pass the turn with 4 mana up and not play a Lord, and just try to attack with 2 of them, and bluff Harbinger of the Tides. I don't know if that would have worked, though. I guess it wouldn't work, because they can just pay the 2 mana to move the cranial plating if they wanted to. But, I mean, I think from a technical point of view that, like, we're dead on board, so we have to represent something that doesn't let us die immediately. And maybe our opponent would do something different if we have 4 mana up and pass, when we obviously can attack with the Mutavault. Not sure how differently our opponent plays if they're... if they are facing a Harbinger of the Tides. Wait, there's another match against Affinity. Like I said, there's a lot of Affinity right now, which makes Merfolk very tough in this meta. I am playing against tons of Affinity. You can now see why I'm playing the Hurkyl's Recall. Because we need it! The stupid Affinity deck is all over the place. I don't know how to help the matchup. Maybe we gotta play with like Gut Shots and... Maybe I should just play with Ceremonious Rejections and Gut Shots. How about that? That's not a bad idea. We're gonna have like tons of Affinity hate. Anyway, so thank you very much for watching. This has been Nikachu, getting annihilated in this modern PTQ.